Jason again. Today I'm doing a review of the Magic Yo-Yo Node. I think I got this in a BST trade, but they normally go for around a little over $20. This is kind of a step up from the N12 Shark Honor by Magic Yo-Yo. And so I like my N12 so much, I got the Node because it's kind of a step up where it's supposed to be. It's got a real nice finish on it. I have the red and silver colorway there. The finish on it is really nice. It feels good in the hand. It's real similar to the N12. I've had this for a few days now, and I almost think I still like the N12 more. I thought this was going to be a little step up. The only problems I had with it, it's a little tilty, and I only have a couple of yo-yos that are a little tilty. Sometimes it'll be on the string and just tilt or move like that. And I only have a couple of yo-yos that ever do that. And my Shark Honor never does that. It's a little on the heavy side. It's probably real similar weight to the N12. I think if you got the N12 or this one, you'd be okay. These are kind of beginner yo-yos anyway. I think I would suggest the N12 though. It's a little cheaper, and somehow it's just a steady playing yo-yo. This one's not bad, and it's real close to the N12. It may be just a personal preference that I like the N12 a little better. It seems to be a little bit more stable somehow. Both of them have a decent look to them. I mean, for like $20, it's a good looking yo-yo. Both of them seem to have a good finish to them. So it's not bad. I'm just saying, don't think because it's $5 more or whatever that's going to be a lot better. And that may be a personal preference too, that I just like the N12 better. I've also had the N12 longer, so there's that. But it's still a great yo-yo. When I first got it, it was a little slippery on the binds every once in a while. And I never had that problem with the Shark Honor. I do have some I've got some zip lines on here, some purple haze. And these are kind of thicker strings. So one time I'll try to put some thinner strings on here, see if that messed with it at all. But it seemed like the gap was a little bit longer. I don't know the specs off the top of my head for both of them, but I'll put the specs right over here somewhere for you. And it's a good yo-yo. I just want to be honest and say I might like the N12 a little better, and I thought this was going to be a little step up. I do not regret buying this yo-yo. It's still a good yo-yo. It's just somehow the N12 seemed a tad bit better to me. I have had the N12 longer, so there's that. Maybe I'm just more used to it. And sometimes when you get a new yo-yo, you got to try maybe some different thicknesses of string. Maybe the string isn't good and broke in. The longer you play on a string, the thinner they get because they get stretched out. So there's a few things like that. So I mean, either one of them's a great yo-yo. I don't see how they make such great yo-yos for the price. So either way, you'd win. But I do suggest, if you're deciding between the N12 Shark Honor and the Magic Yo-Yo Node, you might want to try the Shark Honor first, especially if you're just learning how to bind. I'd go with the N12. But the Node is okay. It's an okay yo-yo. I pretty much had to get one. It's just within those beginner yo-yos, I'm still a beginner, so I'm buying $20 yo-yos if I bought them new. I'd have to say that I've done a lot of buying on the Facebook buy sale trade, the BST, and I've gotten a lot of good yo-yos for a lot cheaper. Last couple of times I bought 4 yo-yos like a month ago, and this month I bought 4 yo-yos, and I'm getting a good deal. I'm not paying full price for them. You just got to make sure the persons that you're buying from have a good reputation on there, because it's possible to get ripped off. But I've bought enough of them off the BST to, even if I did get ripped off, I still have come out ahead because I didn't have to pay full price for a bunch of my yo-yos. That's about it. You know, it's a little more than the Shark Honor, but I didn't see a whole lot of difference. I think this is a newer one. I think it's a newer model than the N12. And so I think you should pick one up. But if this is like your first unresponsive metal yo-yo and you're looking at the N12 or this one, you might want to go with the N12. It's cheaper, and what you need right now, like me, I need a good stable yo-yo. And just to practice on and learn tricks with. I'm not saying this one isn't stable, but it's a little tilty, and maybe it's because I'm not used to it. And I know I'm a beginner yo-yoer, so I don't have a perfect throw every time I throw, but I only have a couple of yo-yos that actually will tilt on me sometimes. And this one did that to me a couple times when I was first using it. So for that, I'm going to say, you know, get you an N12. Let's look at the inside of this real quick. I'm going to take my zip line purple haze off of here so you can see it. It has a concave bearing in it, which I've got to have a concave bearing. If it's a flat bearing, my throw isn't that great, so it starts tilting on me. But this one has a concave. It has yellow 19 millimeter slim response pads on there, the yellow ones. Let's take the axle out. I think, hopefully I don't drop it and lose it forever. It looks like that's about a 10 millimeter axle. That might be a 8, but I think it's a 10 because it's not the very shortest axle. And most of my yo-yos, I switch out the axle and the bearing to see how they play responsive. I haven't done that yet on this one. I like to see if yo-yos can play unresponsive or responsive. But anyway, so far this has been okay, unresponsive. And I guess that's all I have to say about it.